Dr. Will Nduguire.
Close, yeah,
Close, no, you gotta get me right.
Nduguire.
Yes, well, Dr. Nduguire. And please lean in, please ask a lot of questions. We'll then conclude the meeting with a little conversation about the collaborative, and then great conversation. So without further ado, Dr. Nduguire.
Yeah, so welcome everybody. How many undergrads do we have in the audience? Just to check. So your target demographic, you sat at the exact same place. It's wonderful. So first to say thanks. Of course, the meeting has been great. We've learned a lot. Thank you for the panel yesterday. I hope this panel raised to the occasion, just like they did yesterday. Try to impart the same level of wisdom and knowledge. So the first thing we're going to do is ask the panel, introduce yourselves, your school, any association with NOBCCHE, anything you have to say about the meeting, and we can go from there. So we can start. I guess we can start over here.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Vishnu Nair. I am a master's student in biotech here at Northeastern. It's been almost 2 years now here at Northeastern. I'm currently on my co-op at Editas Medicine. It has been a roller coaster journey for me till now at Northeastern, and I am excited to share whatever I have learned through the process, whatever questions you might have. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to be on this panel. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I should add, just if you have anybody you'd like to shout out in your journey, just very briefly, somebody who was important for you before you got here.
Okay.
You can just start with thanking them, because they never get enough thanks.
Yeah, I think my undergrad mentor and a professor at my college. I did my undergrad in microbiology in Mumbai, in India, and she was the one responsible, to introduce me to the world of microorganisms, molecular biology, to say the least. And that curiosity has stayed with me till now. So from that to I've been from classrooms to having like a hands-on research experience back in India, now here, that curiosity in me has, I have to give credit to her, totally. And yeah, like you said, she doesn't, I don't get an opportunity to thank her much. And yeah, I would like to thank her.
Hi everyone, I'm Jess. I did my undergraduate studies at Hampton University, the real HU. Yes. I then matriculated after I graduated into the ACS Bridge program at OSU, and now I'm in the PhD program as a PhD candidate, fourth-year PhD candidate in the Thomas Lab, studying organometallic chemistry. I had a lot of role models. I'm very fortunate. A lot of role models that looked like me. When I was in high school, one of our chemistry teachers was Dr. McDaniels. She also graduated from Hampton. And then I think my first chemistry professor at Hampton was also an alumna. And she was really cool. She brought her authentic self to the classroom with like this beautiful afro and like these gorgeous hoops. And you could tell that she really cared about student success beyond just being a chemist, just being a scientist, and just being a Hampton student. She was one of the people that was really helpful in like getting over the initial hurdles of chemistry as a Gen Chem student. And of course, my mother, she has been so encouraging, and I couldn't be here without her. Oh my gosh, she has been amazing. So, yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Hello, everyone. My name is Colette. I'm a third-year PhD candidate here at MIT. And my background to the PhD was, I actually learned about what a PhD was when I went to a UNCF STEM Scholars Conference in 2018. And I actually was a political science major before I switched over to chemistry. But I always loved making new like molecules and like the labs and stuff in high school. But I think that like conference really shaped my interest in like chemistry, and also being able to like know that graduate school was an option for me, because I didn't know what a PhD was. No one in my family had done a PhD, so it was a really great, insightful experience for me. And then from there, in high school or in undergrad, I began doing research from the first semester. I was very driven to, I wanted to do the PhD from the beginning I started. So I worked with Professor Megan Fieser at USC, and I developed aliphatic polyesters as replaceable materials for non-degradable plastics, and that was a great experience. I got a lot of great hands-on research. I even was able to mentor some freshmen as like a sophomore and junior, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah, Professor Feeser had like really kept uplifting me to want to go on to graduate school and like really cultivate my dream and vision for myself. And then from there, as a senior, I then was applying to graduate schools, and I remember I was on one of the school's pages, and I saw NOBCCHE as the conference, the virtual conference, as an option. I'm like, wow, I didn't know NOBCCHE existed, and this was like super exciting. And so I had gone on to like a few calls, one which was with my PhD advisor, now Professor Tim Swalger, and I remember just like the genuine like authenticity and like the real interest in supporting me as a person that I felt from that call from the graduate students, from Tim, and that really inspired me to apply and have a lot of interest and find community here, and I still have found that and look forward to continuing to create that in the MIT chemistry community and beyond. And then people that I would like to give like an acknowledgement to. First, my parents. Like as a child, they had like little experiments for me to do. I did like crystals as a child. I did glycerin bubbles and things like that. So that like allowed me to find fascination in different formations of matter, which ultimately is like has chemical principles to it. And then from there, my both undergraduate mentor and then now my PhD advisor as well. And also my mentees too. I feel like my mentees, one of my mentees, which is here, Rinza, and also my mentee, Echo as well, like both of them like kind of like teach me a little bit about myself as well. And I think that's also something we have to acknowledge in our journey too, is our mentees who teach us too. So, yeah.
Hello everyone, my name is Kyle Bledsoe, and I'm a third-year PhD student from the University of Mississippi in the group of Dr. Nduguire. I wanted to be a scientist for as long as I could remember, but I grew up with a great interest in astrophysics, and then as I aged, I decided that I wanted to do something that could allow me to give back to, because I thought that my interests were too self-serving, and I thought, if I'm an astrophysicist, how am I going to help people? Because I experienced a lot of death, I guess, in my teenage years, and so from family members, friends, and things like that, unfortunately. So I decided to pursue a degree, a terminal degree in chemistry, because I thought that I would only get the hands-on experience that a chemist or someone who works in the field of medicine might need in chemistry as opposed to biology. And I decided not to do med school for other reasons. So when I started my bachelor's program at the University of Memphis, I joined the lab of the illustrious Dr. Kinshimari Clark. She does organometallic synthesis. And I worked with her for 3 years as an undergraduate, and then when it was time for me to graduate, she actually left the university, and I followed her to Memphis. So unfortunately, things didn't work out. So I stayed with her for a year and a half, and then I decided to join the lab with Dr. where I've been the past year and a half. So that's all for my intro.
Hi everyone, nice to meet you. My name is Estelita. I'm a third-year PhD candidate in the Chemistry and Chemical Biology Department here at Northeastern. I'm in Dr. Mary Jo Audrikin's lab, so I focus mostly on computational chemistry and proteins and biochem. As a young child, I always had an interest in science, but in high school, I had a really good high school teacher, Miss Okabe, that made me feel really interested in chemistry, especially the periodic table. Then I went to the University of Hartford in Connecticut. From there, I had a really good mentor where I did biochemistry and electroanalytical techniques for breast cancer research for Dr. Krause. I also had good mentors from also my academic advisor, Dr. Gray, and Dr. Ely, as well as Dr. Pence and Dr. Kraft, who was awesome. Currently, my mentor that I have now is super awesome, Dr. Andrikin, and as well as Kenny's very amazing Dr. Boy.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nduguire. I am a fifth-year chemistry PG student at MIT, and I will not be a graduate student for too much longer. I've been enrolled in just a few weeks.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm in the lab of Dr. Kathy Brennan, and we focus on cell biology. So in essence, we just take pictures of enzymes and see what they I feel like I kind of always had an interest in science as well, but somebody along my journey that really pushed me to be a better person, a better student was my fifth grade teacher, Miss Kelly. She was like the first person beside my mom that really believed in me, pushed me to campus. She advocated for me to do different conferences and things, and even though we weren't really well off, she gave some support to endeavors. And then from there, I had a high school chemistry teacher, Dr. Johnson, who really kind of showing me what chemistry was really like and how wonderful and interesting it all could be. She was also somebody that would advocate for me and wanted me to do different things outside of the classroom. So from high school, I went to Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia, and there I met somebody named Dr. Sharif, and he was essential in my journey because I was able to do a really cool program called FIRE, FYRE, the Leadership Alliance. It was the first year research experience for people coming out of their freshman year. So I did that at Vanderbilt, and then I was able to go back to the same lab for the second summer. And through that, I was able to continue my project out when I read the book at Caltech. And then so yeah, I was kind of knew that I was going to get a PhD because I felt like that was really the only way to get expertise for what I wanted to do, which was to do entrepreneurship for biotech and tech startups and venture capital and things like that. So I was always geared towards that, and I was running towards that goal. So I had a lot of people help me along that journey. So to shout those people out, of course, to shout out my mom, as always, because she was the first person I was always anxious. Dr. Miss Kelly, my teacher, Dr. Johnson, my high school teacher, and then Dr.
All right. Well, thank you a lot for sharing your personal stories. I hope we learned that people who are graduate students and faculty, we can play a role in helping other people. Everybody here had a little bit of help, right? Needed help in their journeys. So the next thing I'm going to ask is to Vishnu, Kyle, and Estelita. So how was your transition from undergrad to grad? Did you see it? How's it going so far in terms of just your evolution? So Vishnu can go first, and then Kyle, and then Estelita.
Yeah, I think the biggest shift for me was navigating the self-directed nature of the grad school. In the undergrad, I think everything is structured to you, but during the grad school, it is important to take initiatives. Be apart from your coursework, be it networking, figuring out what skills you want to develop. So learning how to navigate ambiguity and taking like ownership of my path was like a major and but valuable adjustment that I had to make when I came in grad school.
And Kyle?
Well, I guess I would agree with Vishnu. I would say for me, one big hurdle was that I had never lived